right, man. Well, we'll go ahead and get it going. So, what have you, where have you been so far in the back office? You just kind of went through the tabs a little bit. Okay, okay. Well, let me just kind of take you through the steps and show you how easy we can set up a funnel. So the first thing when you come in the Power Lead system, you want to you want to actually get you a domain first. I think I'm hearing some feedback because of you may need to. Okay, so you want to get a domain name. So to do that, you come here to websites, domains, subdomains, and buy a domain. And what I usually like to do when I bought my domain is I wanted to brand myself with it. You know, you can put something like we talked about this before, robertmarketing.com, Robert's essentialoils.com, something that's going to brand your name or or what you're doing with whatever company you're doing. Like mine is prodigymarketer.com. Prodigymarketer.com. So when I created that, it allowed me to come in here and create multiple subdomains, which I'll get into in just a second. So that's the first step. You want to come in here and buy a domain, and then you can move forward. The second thing is we need to see if your company is in here real quick. So how you do that is you come to account, my business, and companies I promote. And I'm going to scroll down here. Rob, what's the name of your company again? How you spell that? doTERRA. So let me look forward in this list right here. See if doTERRA is in there. If it's not, what you can do is oh, I see it. Yeah, sure is. Okay. The doTERRA 1 and 2 is basically, there's really no big difference there. You can pick either one, and yeah, and then of course you pick that, hit save, and you put your link in there for the company, for your website, and hit save. All right. Okay. Another thing you can do now, since this is also you're going to be sharing this with your team, so you can go ahead and put your Power Lead system link in there as well. So you come down here to Power Lead system. Let's see, where's it at? Yeah, so you can just pick one of these. If the numbers don't matter, you can just put Power Lead system and hit save. Now here's where you find the sign up link for Power Lead system. You come over here where it says capture leads. You go to lead capture pages recreated. Click on that. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to scroll down. My computer speeds up here. And so we're going to scroll down to where it says, where's it at? All the way down here. You won't have this much stuff that I have because these are share codes that I have. So you won't have this much stuff that I have. So you're going to come to where it says bypass lead capture pages. Okay. And you're going to, right here where it says PLS checkout 1. Click that box right there. It's going to open up another tab. And this right here in the address bar is what you want. This is in your back office. This will be coded to you. So you just copy that. You can close that out. Go back up to account, my business, companies I promote, and come here and pick the Power Lead system. And mind you, you can also send the link to your team members as well, just to sign up with that link if you want. Or, well, let me show you. I'm going to get into subdomain real quick. But yeah, just come here and pick the Power Lead system, hit save, and then paste that link in there. It'll be up here. Now, if you want to create a subdomain, show you how to create subdomain. Now, subdomains, basically, you can create multiple funnels with subdomains. Let me give you an example. I'm going to show you my subdomains. So you come here to websites, web pages, actually, yeah. So you come here to websites, domains, subdomains, and view all domains. And I'm going to show you my all of my subdomains. And look at the extension. So the extension is prodigymarketer.com, which is the actual domain that I created. You see how I can create multiple subdomains here. See all that? It goes for, yeah. And I can wake up one day and say, hey, you know what? I want to run some traffic to digital altitude today. So I just pick that. I just click on that. This funnel is already set up. Once I get traffic here, they put in their information, and it goes to the sales page, which I have tied into, which I'll show you how to do that in a second. And then I have follow-up letters on the back end coming from my Aweber account, because I'm able to tie in Aweber with Power Lead system. These are funnels. That's correct. I mean, let's see. Here's one right here that I like to. Well, actually, this is that's actual sales page. Let me click on another one. This is a funnel right here. And the good thing about like a lot of these funnels is, remember we talked about share codes. I just plugged in the share code. It was already shared with thousands of other people, and I get these type of capture pages, follow-up letters, and everything. Sales pages, everything is plug and play. A lot of them are. Yeah. So these are all different. There's another business. So the ones I just clicked on are different opportunities that I'm in. So you can create multiple subdomains, and how you do that is you come here to websites, come to web pages, and my web pages. Actually, back up. Websites, domains and subdomains, manage subdomains. That's where you go. And you can scroll down here. Here's your extension, and you can put your company name here. You can put whatever you want to put here. Hit create, and it's going to show up down here. Now you can delete these. You can edit these anytime you want. It's up to you. And once you have your subdomain, then you can create a separate funnel for the same business or another business that you're involved with. That makes sense? All right. So let's whip together a funnel for your particular business, okay? And so what you would do is you're going to come here to capture leads, and see you already have capture pages in here that you can use for your company. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to have any technical skills to do this. So, and actually the best way to do it is come here to, because we want the actual sales funnel. We want to make sure it's going to the right sales page to where the prospect knows what the company is about. So we're going to come here to websites, web pages, and copy web pages. Click on that. And all we're doing is copying a funnel and making it our own. We can edit it however we want to. We can do anything with it. So here's some capture pages that we can play with, you know. You see, and I can give you share codes for this and show you. Actually, before we get here, let me show you how to plug in share codes. So you come here to account. Let's see, my sharing codes right here. So account, my sharing codes, and look at all the codes that I have here. You see, once I plug those codes in, I have immediate capture pages, immediate sales follow-up letters, and immediate sales pages. All I have to do is just build the funnel, which takes about 10 seconds, and I have a complete funnel. So the share code, when you get to this page, you're going to plug the share code here, and if I double click this, you'll see something that's already cooking to this computer. So, and which I already have in here already. So this is where the share codes go. So if I give you a share code, you know where to go. Just plug it here, hit submit. You have some of those special capture pages that you see. So you come to websites, web pages, and copy web pages. And I already have a subdomain set up that's called test. So I'm going to use that one. And I'll show you why I use that in just a second. So I'm going to use, let's just this capture page. So what we're doing is we want to always attract someone to become a prospect for whatever we want. You can never change this, leave this the same. Become a prospect for whatever I want, whatever business I want. So I'm going to scroll down. We're just going to pick this one for the sake of this video, of this training. And I'm going to scroll all the way down, and I'm going to pick make me a copy. Click that. Now here's where the magic happens right here. Okay, step one, you just want to, this little part right here, you just want to name it for your, you know, for your own file, for your purposes. So spell that company for me again, bro. I keep forgetting the name of it. doTERRA. Okay. So doTERRA, you can put something like doTERRA funnel. And right here, I like to put something like something that's going to brand me, because this is going to be shown in these tabs right here. Excuse me. This right here is like, I always put something like success with Ontarian. They're going to see this right here on these tabs. So you can put something like success with Robert. You see, anything here that's going to brand you. All right, the domain name. All right. So I'm going to pick, I do have a test. There it is right there, test one. And I'm going to choose that domain. So whatever domain you choose, make sure you click this second dot, and you're going to put it right here. You're going to pick the domain that you pick. Okay. Number three, and I'm going to show you how to start writing your own follow-up campaigns in just a second. And this is where you pick it once you're done with it. And I'll show you that in just a second. So for the sake of this training, we're not going to pick anything. All right, now here's the most important part, step 4. It says if this web page is using a survey, which is an opt-in form, which it is, okay, where do we want the visitor, the prospect, to go after they put in their information? We want them to go to our sales page. This is where this goes right here. Okay, so you will put, for the sake of this training, I'm just going to put www.google.com. Okay, and down here you can put the description. This is for search engine optimization purposes. You don't have to put this if you don't want to. But this is like I say, this is the sales page. This is your also known as your money page. This is where the person is shown the presentation. This is also where they can actually see what your company has and potentially purchase the product or join your team. That's what you want here. So I'm going to hit Save Changes to Web Page right here. And you can change these. You can change these backgrounds. Pretty versatile. You can change it to one of these. You click a picture here. You see, and let's change it to. I like that sunset right there. Let's just pick that. Okay, there we go. Now we can edit the copy. That's a nice little background. So we can edit the copy to whatever your company is about. You see what I'm saying? So this is where they're going to enter the information. So we can put something like essential oils, right? So there's a couple of different dimensions. I know you want to probably target business builders and probably customers too, I'm thinking, right? Okay, so let's just say we're looking for business builders on this one here. So we can put something like learn the secret. That's a trigger word. There's a lot of trigger words in marketing: secret, free, discover. What else? There's a lot of them out there. Strategy. Those are trigger words, and that really draws the person in, your prospect. So learn the secret to creating a substantial let me go down the line. Secret to creating a substantial income from the comfort of your home. All right. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people around the world would like to know how to create a substantial income from the comfort of their home. So trigger word, secret, substantial income, that's a trigger word. Comfort. So you got the secret, which is, we're going to reveal something to them. Substantial income, which can replace their current income. And then everyone wants to be comfortable in life. Nobody likes pain. So you see that copy there flows with the, and then here's the most important thing. The message has to match the actual ad copy. Your lead-in door is what I call this as well. It's a capture page slash splash page. However, hold on, give me 1 second. I need to plug my phone up before it die on me here. So the ad copy needs to match what's behind the curtain, is what I'm saying. So we click, so once we're done with that, we hit Save Changes and move to the next step. And you see how easy that was? We're done. Click on that. This is your capture page. Pretty nice, ain't it? See how fast we did that? And once you have your sales page and everything, once a person enters that information, it will go to their sales page, and then your follow-up, which is, if you never heard it before, or this, the fortune is in a follow-up. If you talk to someone on the phone about essential oils and they don't make a decision that day, probably 2-3 days later, you'll give them a call and say, hey, I'm just following up. You got any questions? So same thing here online. You need, the follow-up is the key, and it's mainly you put it on autopilot because of the autoresponder letters. So that'll be your autoresponder. That's correct. And usually, so you want to make your autoresponder messages as personal as possible. And what I mean by that is leave your number, let people know that you're a real person, email address and all that. People are looking to connect with people. And you found me, for example, on YouTube. You saw my number. You know, I leave my number on purpose so people can call me and I can connect with them. You see, so so let's get into, so the last component of this funnel. The last component of this funnel is your follow-up letter. So where you want to go for that, you want to go to where it says email, voice, text, and you want to come here where it says email. Come over here where it says view, edit, campaigns. All right. So now there's several campaigns in here already from the Power Lead system, but we want to create our own. You know, since this is a new funnel, we want to create our own. So what you want to do is come down here where it says create new campaign. You want to click right there, and we're just going to let's just name it essential oils for the sake of this video. You want to hit create campaign. Okay, that campaign is created. Now, when you get to the point where you're ready to share it with your team, you see where it says this campaign is just for me. You see it right underneath. It says click for sharing. Click that blue button right there, and you can enter anything right here you want. Essential oils, for example, and then submit, and then you can start sharing that with your team. See that? Let me show you one more thing. Well, I'll go ahead. Yeah. So the share codes that I showed you here, they will have access to the same funnel that, like the one we just created. They will have access to the same funnel plus the follow-up letters that you will be creating. You see that? And let me take you and show you where they go in good detail there on that training area, and wanted to show you where that is. Right here where it says system video, creating shareable sales funnels A to Z. Great information here. They have several videos here that you can watch, and he breaks it down pretty good here too. Good training from A to Z. All right, so I'm gonna show you here how to create the actual letter. So we've already created the actual tab, and I'm going to go here, click on essential oils. It's the one we created, and you want to click on add a new email to this campaign. Click on that. So this is the first message that's going out to your prospect once they put their information into your sales page or to your capture page. This is the first letter. So here's the psychology with follow-up letters. It's more of a soft sell than a pushy sell. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that, you're building a relationship with your people. You are connected with them. You want to reach out. And I'm going to show you one of my sequences, how my sequence is set up in one of my autoresponder sales funnels, and once before we get off the training here. But the first one is meant to, I believe, to connect with your prospect. So you could put something like welcome to, well, this is something I like to put, thanks for subscribing and trusting in me, and I'll add this email. Now it's right there. So now we can go in and actually write the actual copy. So how you do that, you come here, you push view and edit. That's going to pop up a page like that. All right, now here's where it can get personal. Right here we can choose place a variable in your email to personalize it. What that means is we can call the person by their first name, their last name. I usually just pick first name, so we can just click that first name. You see how the little symbol shows up there? That's that. When they read it on their side, it's going to be their first name. So you can put something like, hi, first name, comma, introduce yourself. My name is Robert from da da da. I want to take the time. I mean, it's like you're talking to people. You're talking to real folks. So you're just reaching out to them. I would say the first 2 messages. You want to get a feel for what type of prospect you have. So something like, I want to take the time to thank you for subscribing to my newsletter. Please tell me a bit more about you and what your financial goals are. Feel free to reach out to me anytime if you have any questions. Something like that. Just to your style. To your style. Sincerely, Robert, and put your phone number and your email. And that's a welcome message there, you see. And so the first name, now you're not going to have like the 250 because you don't have all these share codes, so you don't have to worry about all this other stuff here. We're just going to keep it simple. We just place the variable in the email, make it personal is key. It's nice. So what you do is you will hit save changes. Okay. And now we have the campaign that's going out first. In the second one, you just hit and you can test these emails out. You can test them out by hitting test this campaign right here. Okay. So next one, you can just do it again. Add a new email campaign and just continue to do that on how many letters that you want to add. Now, the second message may be something of reminding the person why they opted in. Hi, such, first hi, their name. Robert here again. I just want to thank you again for your interest in our business. Make sure you take the time to look at the presentation by clicking here. And actually, let me show you how to go in here. So say you wanted them to add you on Facebook. You could put something like PS, and by the way, click here to add me on Facebook. And you'll get your Facebook link. You highlight this. I like to bold it, and you'll hit this bold for me. There we go. Bold it. Hit this chain link right here. It's going to open up, and put your Facebook URL in there. Hit OK, and then they can connect with you on Facebook. See that? All right, and so you can come in there and edit that. I'm going to go back up here and hit save changes, and then you can just continue to add just to your liking, other messages. And this would be tied. This would be the campaign called essential oils that you would put here. Let me show you where you would put this campaign. So we're going to go to websites, web pages, and my web pages. So I'm going to find a doTERRA funnel right here. You're going to hit edit, and when you get done writing that email sequence, you're going to find it right in here, because it will be in here. And let me show you exactly where it is. Essential oils right there. See that? And then, the only thing we got left here to do is your sales letter, and you'll be good to go. You save changes. Now, once you get that that video, let me show you one of my sales pages real quick. My pages, and yeah, one of the programs that I'm in. So I made this one last week, and the way I got it set up, and I got it set up to a low ticket offer, which I'm offering on the front end, and then my follow-up letters leads into my high-end product. So I think this is it. Yep. Well, this is what's called a bridge page. Actually, let me go back. Well, Wealth System bridge page. Test the link. Okay. So here it is. This is the bridge page. And what happens? The video will play automatically. Ontarian home material. So once they put their name and email into the capture page that got tied into this, it brings them right here. And guess what? When they scroll down, they got questions. They can connect to me on Facebook. This goes right to my Facebook. Get started now goes right to the page where they purchase. If they want to look at more videos of real proof of me getting paid, of my progress in this particular company, they can look at these videos. See that? So that's the one example of a sales page, or some people call it a bridge page. The reason it's called a bridge page is it bridges over. It's just a bridge the prospect is walking through to get to the actual opportunity and what it's all about. That makes sense? All right. So I think let me just look at the tabs here. And here's some more training when you get a chance. You come in here and check out these trainings here. Companies I promote, you already got that. AWeber, you're not going to use that. Oh yeah, let me show you just one of my sequences in my account for AWeber, and kind of how there's auto-response. Yeah, the one where I showed you where to create your letters, that's the auto-response. But I've had AWeber longer than I had PLS, so I was like, I already have people in my list. I'm not going to get rid of my AWeber. You see what I'm saying? So let me log in here real quick. Oh, sure. So I'm inside of my AWeber here, and let's go to my list for Aspire. Yeah, let's go here. Kind of show you what I write, and everybody's different on what they write. Everybody's different. And legacy follow-up series. All right. So here's my letters here, and this is the first one they get. Welcome. Read this ASAP. And then I'm still, so this is more of an introduction. Same thing I was writing over in Powley's system about connecting with the person. And this right here leads them to who I am. It actually, and let me just click on it and show you real quick. I lead them. And another thing I'm always doing in my follow-ups is I'm leading them to check me out on my blog, on my social medias, on my videos. I'm constant, and then I'm doing some soft selling, soft selling. Excuse me. So I'm always showing my image all the time, always showing my image, my face. That's a part of branding. So right here it says, so the title is "Who is Ontarian Hawkins anyway?" In case they don't know me, and I'll say something like, real quick before I head out of the house, I want to let you know about me and who I am. And I said, click here to learn more about me. Also, reply back to this email, tell me more about you, because I want to know more about my people. And then I always leave my name and number. And what tends to happen, Robert, is, online, the internet is a vast space. Excuse me, I got something in my throat here. The internet is a vast space. And there's a lot of scammers out there, a lot of people out there just looking to get over on people. So if I can be the person that is going to put myself out there on video, leave my name and number, email, I'm on Facebook, I'm connecting with people, then you can build trust pretty little faster. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I like to do, and that's what I'm doing every day. And that's why I tell people I leave my number. Even in my videos, I leave my number. Say, connect with me, add me on Facebook. I always tell them that. Send me a message. Do what you got to do to get in contact with me if you got questions. Because I really want to help people, in this space. So, but I'm always putting the image. I always put my number. They can learn more about me on my blog and see the work that I've done and everything, and how long I've been in. So, but yeah, it's the internet is the difference between what you're doing, and the internet is leverage. So you can leverage your time in so many areas, all around the world. And it's real nice. It's real nice. So yeah, it's still a numbers game. But here's the beauty of the internet. The beauty of the internet is the numbers game. So for example, you have your sales funnel, you get your sales funnel set up, and you start to get traffic to it, which there's ways to get traffic to it. There's ways to get mainstream traffic. There's ways to create your own content to get traffic. But if you can pretty much put things on autopilot after a while. You see, I've been doing videos consistently for a long time, and see, my videos work for me whether I like it or not. Whether I'm asleep, they working for me. And that's this leverage. You see, so I'm not having to convince people. They go to my video and watch it, and they say, "Oh, okay, well, this looks pretty good. I might give them a call. I might, join today, without even me being there." And that's the beauty of. And then they may go into my sales funnel, which was more than likely created by Powley's system, so they can get to learn more about me and what I do. And it's just the process. You see, the process is collection, capture, communicate, and close. That is the internet marketing process. You're collecting traffic, and then you're capturing their information, usually through a name and email. You're following up through communication through an autoresponder. Then over time, you want to close a certain number of those. And that's really the process. Mhm. So it once you have your system in place that can do the heavy lifting for you, like a power lead system, then it becomes a win-win situation. Right. Hmm. It works. Yeah, it definitely works. It's a big space. Uh-huh. It's yeah, worldwide. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. And it's yeah, go ahead. Sure, sure. And then if you're not camera shy, you know, I mean videos, if you could start doing some videos about your company and you know, you can attract people like that as well and drive them back to your system. You always want to drive people back to your system. Getting people to the presentation is the name of the game online. Getting people constant eyeballs on your presentation is the name of it. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, yeah. Watch the one I showed you here in the back office. Look at the main one I want you to look at is the sales funnel setup from A to Z, and that's going to give you a lot of value, a lot of good training as well. From what on top of what I gave you today here, it's going to give you a lot of good information, and it's all going to come together. Once you see this, you may have to see this a second or third time, and once you see those videos too, everything is going to come together like hand in glove. It's going to lock. It's going to come together. Because first when you come in here, it looks overwhelming. So where do I go? How do I start? You see, I only use a couple of tabs. I didn't even use none of this stuff over here really. I probably used one, two, and three in this one here. But I didn't none of this stuff I didn't really use. So that's really what you're going to be using. Yeah, that makes sense. I've been with Powerly Systems since November of last year. Hmm. I was well before the Powerly system. What was I doing? I was yeah. You know what? I really didn't have a. I don't remember having a system. I was just really doing traffic Monsoon at the time, and yeah, just by itself. And then found out that we had a system in place to get more referrals for traffic Monsoon. I was like, oh man, tell me about it. So I heard about the Power Lead system before that time, but I didn't understand how it worked. And once my buddy told me about it, he kind of walked me through what I'm walking you through. I was like, oh man, this is it. It's powerful. This is powerful. Not necessarily in competition. MLSP is geared toward more of the MLM niche, the network marketing niche. This right here is so versatile that it can accommodate the MLM niche and any brick and mortar company. So a real estate agent can come in here and build a sales funnel and do well with this. Hmm. That's what makes it so sweet and versatile. That is correct. Yeah, it's $30 for the silver, and then there's 53 and some change for the gold. I like the gold membership better. That's what I'm on. It's you'll see it's a lot better for the gold membership. Yeah, sure. Let me best way I know how to explain that is bring up my whiteboard real quick. So yeah, Traffic Monsoon is a advertising company. It's an advertising company, and basically, I've used Traffic Monsoon. I've been in Traffic Monsoon since February of last year. So so I like to. This is one of my favorite sayings to date with Traffic Monsoon. You know, Uber pays you to drive. Traffic Monsoon pays you to advertise. You see, so I've gotten to a point where Traffic Monsoon is offsetting business costs. If I want to buy traffic, oh, I'll just go to Traffic Monsoon, withdraw some money, and buy some traffic. You see. So what I'm doing with so say you have your doTERRA. I'm going to put D for doTERRA. In order to promote doTERRA online, we need a marketing system, which PLS does that. In order to make this work, we need visitors, we need traffic. And there's several ways. There are several ways to get traffic. Traffic lead, whatever you want to call it, that's right. So Traffic Monsoon, you know, which is one of the ways to get traffic, what I'm doing with it, and let me just go ahead and log in to Traffic Monsoon real quick. What I'm doing with Traffic Monsoon is I'm not only promoting my opportunities, but I'm actually, Traffic Monsoon rewards its customers for partnering with them. And I'm going to show you how that works in just a second. Affiliate, right. And I like to say it like this as well. It's kind of like a rebate, you know, for however many advertising packages that you buy, they give you a percentage back. All right, so you see this page that popped up when we logged in? This is called what's called a login ad. This is probably the most effective ad in a revenue sharing program. So Traffic Monsoon is also known as a revenue sharing because they share a portion of the revenue back to the user. So this is called a login ad. And just to give you the effectiveness of this ad is booked all the way until, I remember seeing it booked for over a year. People got spaces, bought spaces to get their ad to show up in front of millions of people. You see, just think when you log in, your ad shows up right here. That's the power. That's just one of the services here. So I'm gonna go to my dashboard real quick. So here's, and they changed again. That's supposed to be February, but that's all right. I've been in since February of last year, and to date, this is my numbers: 94 plus thousand, 20,000 in commissions. Now, right here, you see 167 active sharing positions. I can roughly, that's earning me without referrals. That's roughly earning me $167 a day, 7 days a week. I can withdraw this money anytime I want right here. And now with referrals, when a referral purchase their advertising packages, I get 5% per purchase from them. Now here's what's going to happen in August. Okay, so let me just kind of back up and say that before, let's see, February, I believe is when it happened. We used to deal with PayPal with Traffic Monsoon. Okay, PayPal has been known to pretty much freeze the accounts of large businesses, or I've had my account frozen by PayPal before because I guess they said too much money was coming into my account. They wanted to know what I was doing, and I told them what I was doing, and later that day they froze my account. I couldn't get no money. I couldn't get no money out. That's why every time I get money in my PayPal account now my new PayPal account, I'll immediately withdraw it to my bank account. Immediately, I don't let it sit in there. Now there was a point I had over $8,000 in my PayPal. They locked it up. I couldn't get it out. So long story short, what's happening with Traffic Monsoon is they are holding on to over $60 million of Traffic Monsoon's money. until August. They have to release it after 180 days. They have to release it. That's why you see 630 active pending. Once this becomes active, it's going to add on to this. That'll be over 800 packs. That's going to roughly earn $800 some a day, 7 days a week. You see. So the beauty of this, and I stress this in a lot of my videos, is I want to help people not only in their business advertise, make money, etc. But what if I could show someone how to offset their business costs while making some extra money while they advertise their business? You see. So here at Traffic Monsoon, we start up here at the top where it says buy ad packs with sharing. This is how you're going to share in the company. Oh, there's one thing you have to do to share in the revenue here. All you got to do is look at 10 ads a day. You come right here where this says start surfing. You click this and you look at 10 ads a day. It takes you less than 10 minutes and you're done for the day. And then you'll be able to share in the revenue of the company. This is the money that's in holding. So once this become unfrozen in August, this money is going to release and it's going to go all to the active balance. Just look at the ads, 10 ads a day. And I know it, ain't it? Now here's the thing about it. You see this time? So I got 21 hours, a little bit over 21 hours to look at ads again. The good thing about this is if you get up at 8 o'clock in the morning and say, I'm going to surf my ads right here, right now, and you don't have, and say you want to start this timer over, well, just look at 10 more ads. This is going to start over 24 hours again. You can adjust this clock anytime you want. They paying you to look at ads and they paying you to advertise your business. So let me show you. It's easy, man. You know, a 5-year-old can do this business. That's how easy it is. So you see my ads here. You see this is the first part. This is my banners. These are my banners. You know, and I come in here and buy an ad pack. You know, I don't have to come out of my pocket anymore and buy an ad pack because you know, the money is accumulating. I can buy it from here. So you can buy it from a credit card, Payza. These are third-party processors. Payza and Solid Trust. They're not as bad as PayPal. I guarantee you. Payza. I use Payza. So when I withdraw money from here, it goes to my Payza account, and then from Payza, I'll withdraw it to my bank account. Takes about 24 to 48 hours to hit my bank account. Pretty fast. All right. So then you got websites you can put in here on the traffic exchange. Here's all my websites I have active and running. And you just, you know, you can put that. You can add clicks. See, a lot of outside money is coming in the Traffic Monsoon. That's why that's why this is the best company out there like this out there, because they have outside revenue coming in. You can come in here. Let me show you just how cheap these clicks are. When you say, so I don't have any clicks on this particular website. What if I just I'll click add clicks. Look how cheap this is. $5.95 for 1,000 credits. 2,500 credits, $13.95. You see, and this is going to circulate your website. As people surf, they're going to see your website, and it's going to show you how many visitors that you received, and so forth and so on. So that's the website part. Here's one of my favorites right here, cash links. Before I show you this, let me back up and show you what cash links are. People can join Traffic Monsoon for free and start earning money just by the cash links. So if I click on right here where it says cash links are available for you, I'm going to click right here and check that out. Now, when you set up an ad for cash links and somebody clicks on this, that can very well be your ad, which you will get exposure when they click on this, because a lot of people come in here for free and they just want to start earning some type of money, and they hit claim, and then it's going to show your ad. These are called cash links. So you set these up. You said I want to, and these This is, and the good thing about all this, you can do what's called a geo target. So if I wanted to, let me just set up a new ad real quick. I want to put doTERRA. And well, for this, we just put google.com. Now you see this right here where it says details. So right here it says no geo target. Say you want to target just the United States. You hit details, you hit North America, and you go down to the United States, and you hit update. Now you got to activate it, and once you activate it, all you got to do is purchase what's called clicks. And now you can do a 30-second package, 60-second. I like either 30-second or 60-second. And watch how many visitors you get for $10. I'm going to hit preview. Yeah, in a way. Yeah, this part is cash links. That's right. All right. So we already did banners, text ads. Now your text ads is going to show up right here. This is your text ads right here. So you got the text ads, and I like these two. Traffic Monsoon. Now this right here, you can also target outside of this particular console. This is called your massive traffic packs, and look how cheap these are. 2,500 clicks for $5, 5,000 for $9, 10,000, and I've gotten leads and everything from this. I know it because I've seen the tracking in my emails. So this is powerful. Not only you get all that, but where else can you go to advertise your business and get paid for it? You know. So a lot of people are catching on to what's going on with traffic. A lot of people from all around the world are loving Traffic Monsoon. Now they really gonna love it when these active packs, these pending, come released in August. I think it's the first or second week in August. So we're about 59 and some change days away from PayPal releasing these funds, and it's going to cause a frenzy. People are going to be very excited. But I've already built my packs back up to a good amount to where I can use a portion of this to buy traffic, or pay some business expenses, whatever I have. You see. What, Traffic Monsoon? Oh, hands down. When I saw this, well, my guy, the guy that brought me in, he's out of the UK, and at the time he brought me into it, I was already exposed to a couple of programs that was similar to this revenue. There's a lot of revenue sharing programs out there that's popping up every single day. I mean, you don't have to look far to find them. This right here is the best out there. The ones that pop up all over the place, and I've said this in one of my videos, give it about 90 days, or at the most, if they're lucky, 180 days, and it will fizz out. Because what's happening is a lot of them don't have outside income coming in like Monsoon. The CEO of this company is so transparent, Charles Scoville. He's the top-notch CEO I've ever been worked with before. He shows us the back, how much Traffic Monsoon is coming, millions of dollars is coming in Traffic Monsoon. He shows everybody everything. And we just had our second event in New York. The next event I missed the last two, but I said I'm not going to miss this next event for Traffic Monsoon. Yeah, it's a nice company. You'll get a feel for how many people, the vastness of people in this company. So the advertising packs are a little are pricey, but they're worth it over time. They're $50 an ad pack, and you can pay for now. That $50 ad pack is roughly going to earn you, and it depends on the sales, of course, of the company. But roughly, what I've seen over the year or so that I've been in, is each ad pack is going to earn you about $1 a day. If you have 2 ad packs, $2 a day, and so forth. You see. Now each ad pack does have a life expectancy, which means if you buy ad pack today, the numbers I've seen roughly of the expectancy before it actually drops off is 55 to 60 days. So each ad pack is going to last you about 55, 60 days. So right now, go ahead. Oh, it's free to sign up, but if you want to come in here and start earning in the revenue, then it's $50 an ad pack. Right. What I can do as well, Robert, I'm gonna send you that funnel that I showed you earlier in this training, and that way you can go through the funnel and see how just the traffic monsoon funnel is set up. And I'm not the one talking on there. You'll see one of the guys who put this together. It's a nice little funnel that explains traffic monsoon to the T. He goes through training on how to set it up, how to get traffic, and everything. Sure, for exposure. Mhm. That is correct. So I hope that answered your question. Oh, wonderful, man. Glad I was able to serve. Yeah, it can be overwhelming, but once you, like I say, once you come back, and that's why I recorded this video, and I'm gonna put it on my channel, and come back to it and look at what we talked about, and it'll come together. And also take advantage of the training that I showed you in the back office of PLS. All right. All right, Rob. Well, let me know if you need anything else, brother. Yeah, I'm gonna send you a link to Traffic Monsoon once we get off. Yeah, I gotta upload. It's gonna take a little bit to upload, but once I put the description and everything in there, then I'll send it to you. No problem, Rob. Anytime, my man. All right, we'll be in touch. Okay, take care.